Okay, so I've sewn my binding on the back side of the quilt, 1/4 inch. My binding width is 2 1/4. When I go to join my binding ends, I leave quite a bit of room so that I can have room to play with underneath the sewing machine. And I'm just gonna kind of pick a point that I think that looks really good. And I'm just gonna finger press these areas of where the two pieces meet. So after I finger press them, I go ahead and I open them up, and I've went ahead and marked my X just for videotaping purposes to make things a little faster. So I've marked my X, and I am working on the right side of the binding, and so I'm going to make sure that my bind up tool has the right side up, and I'm going to put the X of the binding tool on the X that I just drew. And I'm going to go ahead and cut that off, and then I'm going to bring the bind up tool down, and I'm going to cut the little dog ear off as well. Now I'll do the same thing on this side, and I've got my X already on there. I'm going to make sure my bind up tool has the L, and I'm going to make sure that it's sitting on the X that I just drew. Cut that off. Cut my little dog ear off. Now when I go to sew these sections together, 1/4 inch seam, so I went ahead and sewn my 1/4 inch seam, and now when I go to lay this back down to continue to attach the binding to the back side of my quilt, it lays perfectly flat every single time. It's not a guessing game on whether or not you have your diagonal perfect or if you have to sew a little bit more. It's just perfect every single time.